however you want, but it's different than a hobby. So this is when you make the decision to make it real, to make it work, make some money, and to say, I'm really going to do this. So when somebody decides to open up a business, McDonald's, a local store, a hair salon, what do they have to do in order to open? Anybody?
Spend a lot of money.
Invest, right? They sometimes have to get a loan most of the time, right? I mean, unless they're rich and they won the lottery, right? They have to pick a location. They have to pick the time of their hours. And they also have to get what in order to succeed? Customers, right? So we have to have clients in order to have a business. So when someone decides to open a new business, we have to do all of that just the same as we do. Do you think Uncle Sam gives them a pass because they've never had a business before and this is their first time, so don't worry about the loan, don't worry about the clients, we'll just send them your way? No. They have to pay taxes, they have to do all of that kind of stuff. So it's the same for you, and you have to invest a little bit. $5 to get started, that's because that's what Park Lane does for us, and that's minimal. That's not really investing in business, that's just saying, I'm going to try this. So I have some ideas that we kind of went over on our team the last couple of weeks, a couple of us, about some ideas to really invest in your business and get things going. So the first one I have is a game called Rolling the Dice, okay? So you would do this at the very beginning after you introduce yourselves, and as I go around the party, I would say, Sue, tell us how you know our hostess, Danielle. And she would say, they've been friends for 50 years. Okay? Okay. Just kidding. Ha, ha, ha. Okay. I would give the dice then to Sue, and I would have her roll right then. Okay? So she rolls, and she gets a 4. And I'll say, it's a secret. You can't find out what it means till later, but go ahead and write that down on the top of your wish list. Okay? So you do that for everybody at your party. And then whenever you're done with your demo, okay, you can explain to them that any ring, or if maybe they're not a ring freak and they don't like, the big guys, okay, and they love, say, the Sunburst, they can get that item for the amount that they rolled at their party, okay? So you can use it that way. Now, if you really want to go crazy and you want to make this happen and you want a lot more parties, it works. You can say, I will give that to you tonight. I'm going to add it on the party. If you decide to book, you're going to pay me $4 for that ring. I'm going to add it to the party and it'll come with your order. Okay? It's a proven fact that it works because Mary Grace does it at every party. How many parties do you have on your calendar? A lot. Okay? So that's what she does. That's her trick. If you are extremely uncomfortable doing that, then say they get it the night of their party, okay? You could do 1 dice or you could do 2 dice. I was going to do 1. You could put it all in one order. So if you got 4 bookings, maybe you got 5. Wouldn't that be amazing? Mm-hmm. When's the last time you got 4 or 5 bookings at a party? Anybody? Oh, I hear crickets. Okay. All right. So if you got 4 parties by doing that, or 5, you would put it all in one order on that party and do the 12, 12, 12 free. Okay. So it would be basically the same thing. It would pay itself off after the first party. But once you get going and doing that, it's paying for itself every time. The instant gratification of doing that. How many of you have seen that commercial? Oh, that was so 10 seconds ago. It's already on Facebook, right? And we all do that. And when you go to the store, do you want it now or do you want it later? Now. Okay. So she's very big on making sure that they have it right then and there. So you want to make sure, you're not waiting. Like, if you're so busy and you book her, or she's so busy and she can't book for a month and a half, then what happens, if she doesn't have that to walk around in? She kind of loses her excitement and she has nobody to show it off to. So that's one idea of a way that you can invest in your business right away. You could even talk about it on the phone when you book a party, okay? But at your next party, I suggest you guys try it and see what happens. The other idea we had talked about was something called a paycheck party. This is the very first time I had ever heard of it, and I'm extremely excited about it. How many of you have ever heard, I can't have a party, I have no money? Anybody?
Yeah.
Do you hear it at every single party from at least one person?
Yep.
Okay. How many of you know somebody that really, really, really needs money right now? Like they are so desperate, that's all they talk about. Their husband lost their job, or they have no money. You know, they're worried about how they're going to pay their car payment this month. Anybody? Because I know a lot of people like that. What if you said, Deb, I know you've been going through a really hard time right now, but I have one spot that I'm doing this month, and it's called a paycheck party. And what I would love to do is have a party for you, and I will give you the profits. What do you think about that?
Holy cats, I think I'm on it.
Okay. So if you offered that to somebody, how many people do you think she's going to invite? How many orders do you think you're going to get? A lot? Would it be worth it? One time a month?
Heck yeah.
Okay. How many bookings do you think you're going to get off of that? A lot. She's going to be extremely excited. How fun would that be to work with somebody when you say, Deb, how much money do you think you would like to get off of this party that would make a difference this month?
$472.
$472. Okay, so $400. How many orders or what kind of orders are we looking for? This is the kind of stuff you can work together on with your hostess to make it work. Give her a goal of what to do and say, this is how many orders we need. You know, this is how many people we need. I think if you guys tried that one time, I think it would be amazing, and it would be a really good feeling for you to give back. You could pick like if you make 30% on your parties, you could say, I will give you 25% of the show profit. She doesn't know what you make, but 25%, that little 5%, that'll cover the cost of you going there and coming back, and if you mailed out anything, if you're worried or concerned about that, if you're also in that same boat yourself. Okay, so there's lots of ideas and things, of ways you could do that, but those were two things that we had really talked about this week, and they were amazing to me, so I can't wait to start doing them. And I know when we have our booking blitz, that's the first call that I'm going to be making, somebody I've been thinking about for the paycheck party. So, Thomas Jefferson said, nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal, but nothing on earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude. So we've always heard, if you think you can or you can't, you're exactly right. So if you think you can get another party booked, I think you can. So I think I hear something.
Oh my gosh,
Doodaloo,
get up here.
doodaloo. This just in, Scoop Dog Danielson is back on the prowl.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, you know what? I just heard that there's a conference going on. Who all's going? Okay, I see some hands that aren't up yet.